Commissioners. Hope everything's okay over there. Mandy
Well, it's
Sackett.
okay for us, but not for Billy.
Okay. Mandy Sackett on behalf of Surfrider Foundation, here to support the staff recommendation to deny the proposed development at Opal Cliffs Drive in Santa Cruz. This one is cut and dry. The proposed development for a new 8,200 square foot house at Opal Cliffs would rely on an existing seawall that's not allowed in the Coastal Act or the LCP, regardless of the setback calculation. The existing seawall that would remain in place armors a headland, as you saw, that has failed to erode over time with the rest of the coast and is making the beach impassable except on very low tides. And we don't want this to be memorialized for another 75 to 100 years if this permit were to be approved. Our coastlines are, of course, the most important and valuable natural resources we have, providing habitat, recreational opportunities, and vital economic benefits to our communities. In grad school, I published an economic study showing that surfing alone, and we controlled very carefully for that variable, brought over $150,000 of additional economic benefit to each of the hundreds of houses within walking distance to the surf access points at Opal Cliffs. These waves are truly valued in the community, and more importantly, thousands of Californians who cannot afford to live within a mile of the coast or the coast access points have a right to accessible beaches and waves. And it would be short-sighted to drown the waves here with seawalls to save the first line of homes. Opal Cliffs has several popular waves for surfing, and if we continue to wall off the cliffs, they will drown. Our coasts are under threat from rising seas, storm intensity, and the January storms, of course, were an important reminder of our new normal. I urge staff to deny this proposed permit. Approval is plainly inconsistent with the Coastal Act and LCP that prohibit shoreline armoring for any new development. But by denying the permit, you will send a strong message that protecting our coastlines is a top priority and that we will not sacrifice their health and resiliency for short-term economic gains. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sackett. Next.
Next is Allie Webster, and we also have a Wayne Thompson on the list that I'm not seeing in the attendees. So Wayne, if you are there, please raise your hand.
Great, thanks. Ms. Webster.
Hi, Chair Brownsy and Commissioners. I'm Allie Webster. I'm chair of our local Santa Cruz chapter of the Surfrider Foundation. I'm here today to express my support for the staff recommendation for denial. The staff report highlights several key issues that should give us a pause when we consider the proposed development. First and foremost, the project would significantly increase the risk of coastal erosion and flooding. By building too close to the bluff edge, this development threatens a surf break known as trees and would doom this portion of the already narrow beach to drown as seas rise. The Coastal Act does not allow shoreline armoring for new development, plain and simple. Every pertinent Coastal Act policy strongly militates against armoring the coast, except 30-35, which was meant to be grandfathered in pre-1977 development. The staff report presents a range of alternatives to the proposed development, including options for relocation or modification of the project. These alternatives would allow for the continued use of the property while avoiding the most severe impacts to the beach, waves, and coastal ecosystem. In light of these concerns and alternatives, I urge you to support the staff recommendation to deny the proposed permit. Denial is consistent with the decision the Commission made to reject the county's LCP update that would have carved out an exception to state law to allow wealthy homeowners to have seawalls at will, existing or not, jeopardizing public resources. Let's work together to protect our coastlines and ensure that they continue to provide the many benefits we all cherish for generations to come. Thank you.